myself to the stage. Oh my lord, y'all ready to go on tour? Higher is weighing and lower is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Hello, everybody. Good to see all of you. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. It is your man, your friend, and your family member, Braylon Lee. Um, you know, I say that to honor a particular artist. I'm gonna let y'all figure out who says that. Okay, but anyway, I take that on with a badge of honor. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have y'all here. So let's get to it. Let's do what we do and go live on tour. So, as you guys know, the SAG-AFTRA strike is still ongoing. Is still ongoing. So this is what happened here. This comes from my friends at Deadline.com. So SAG-AFTRA president Fran Drescher shocked by negotiation breakdown is so unfair and disrespectful. In an interview on NBC's Today Show this morning, SAG. Hang on, let me see. Let me see if I can turn it down. Can y'all hear me? Type of one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit there. Okay, there we go. Let me get back to it. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay. So in an interview on NBC's Today Show this morning, SAG-AFTRA President Fran Drescher called the Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers walkout on strike negotiations this week wrong, unfair, disrespectful. It really came as a shock to me because what does that really mean, and why would you walk away from the table? Drescher says. Not like we're asking anything that's so outrageous. It's wrong. It's so unfair. They walked out of the meeting. It's so disrespectful. Drescher added that the Alliance for Motion Picture Television Producers rep talk at you. They don't really want to hear what you have to say or why you saying it. Yesterday, Netflix's Ted Sarandos said during a Bloomberg Screen Time event that SAG-AFTRA had asked for a levy on every subscriber to streaming service, which led to the breakdown in talks of ending the actor strike. Last night, they introduced a levy on subscribers on top of other areas, the co-CEO said, and he called it a bridge too far. Meanwhile, SAG-AFTRA has canceled picketing in New York and Los Angeles today due to the concerns over potential safety related to the situation in Israel and Gaza. A former Hamas leader urged supporters to protest today. Whew, y'all. First of all, shout out to Gaza and Palestine. That whole situation is just disrespectful. Human life is human life and should be treated with respect, dignity, and honor. I don't get why in our world today there has to be chaos, strife, and hatred when it doesn't have to be. Because I feel like some people are just about drama. They're about toxicity and they're about spreading negativity. But when that's inside of you and that's who you are, it will come out in everything you do. So why should we be surprised about the hatred that's inside people? Not all people, okay? Don't hashtag no at me. Um, but yeah, and listen, I get it, right? I mean, y'all saw my thumbnail of the SAG Awards that's supposed to be on Netflix February 24th, 2024 at 8, 7 Central live on Netflix. Now, even though the multi-year deal with Netflix was struck before the strike, are y'all still going to continue with it? And one of my good coworkers, who is also, he's going to college and he's also wanting to be a writer. He said what they could do is get non-union workers to host the SAG Awards, but still, that would be a bad look for them to host an award show with a struck studio. Oh my lord, it is just, and like I said, everybody deserves to get paid. Everybody deserves to be respected. Everybody deserves to be treated equally and fairly. Um, but fair should be fair. So speaking of Netflix's Ted Sarandos, he said that the Alliance for Motion Picture Television Producers offered a success based bonus to the actors, similar to the offer that the WGA accepted, but that was rejected, and SAG-AFTRA came back with the levy proposal. This has been a very difficult time. Obviously, the goal here is to get people back to work. He added, this is not just hurting our industry, it's hurting every other industry, and not just in California. When Sorrento's walked onto the stage, he joked, "How's your week going?" The moderator said that after the WGA deal was struck, he thought the actor strike would end soon. Sorrento's replied, "Me too." The studio line said that the gap between the two parties were too great and conversations were no longer moving us in a productive direction. The AMTP or the AMPTP published a list of areas where it considered that it offered heft increases, including on wages and artificial intelligence projections. SAG-AFTRA shot back, accusing the studio of bullying tactics, and they used the same failed strategy to try to inflict on the WGA. "We have sacrificed too much to capitulate to their stonewalling and greed." So this is far from over. I remember Fran Drescher saying that they are good until January, but just because you all are good until January doesn't mean that every actor is good until January, because even though the strike is still ongoing, there are people having to sell their homes, having to sell their cars, having to sell their material possessions just to make a dollar out of 15 cents. And it's not right. And like I said, y'all have an award show happening next year with a struck studio that you're in negotiations with for a deal for the strike to end. So just a little hypocritical, just a little bit of the audacity of you to tell other people what to do, but yet y'all got an award show going. So anyway, so speaking of movies and TV and everything else, Best Buy is getting rid of something. I don't know if y'all know about this, but yes, Best Buy is ending DVD and Blu-ray disc sales. That's right. So the consumer electronics retailer will phase out the sales of DVDs and Blu-ray discs both in store and online in early 2024, according to industry sources familiar with the company's plans. Best Buy made the initial decision to end DVD sales 9 months ago, according to one source. Best Buy confirmed Friday that it's ending sales of DVDs. To state the obvious, we watch the way we watch movies and TV shows is much different today than it is decades ago. Best Buy spokesperson said in a statement to Variety, "Making this change gives us more space and opportunity to bring customers new and innovative tech for them to explore, discover, and enjoy." Best Buy will continue to sell movies and TV shows on physical discs through the 2023 holiday season, online and in stores, before discontinuing sales in the new year. The company will continue to sell video games. As of mid 2023, Best Buy had 1,129 store locations, with 969 of those in the United States. The news of Best Buy ending DVD sales was first reported by home entertainment blog The Digital Bits. The move comes as Netflix, 25 years after launching its pioneer DVD by mail service, shipped out its last DVDs to customers on September 29th and letting them keep their final disc if they chose to. Let me tell you something. That red envelope and that final DVD rather is going to be $1 million. You just gotta let it cruise some value, and some currency. Best Buy's exit from the market will leave Walmart, Amazon, and Target as the top retailers in the United States stocking DVDs and Blu-ray discs. Also, still in the physical disc game is Redbox, which is now owned by Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, which maintains a network of about 29,000 DVD rental kiosks around the world. Amid the descent of streaming video, sales of DVDs and Blu-ray discs have been shrinking for years. The U.S. physical media revenue in the first half of 2023 dropped 28% to $754 million compared to the 1.05 billion in the year earlier period, according to data from the trade association DEG, the Digital Entertainment Group. Ingram Entertainment, a leading DVD distributor, recently announced that it will wind down operations after more than 35 years in the business. The company said it will continue to provide catalog product to customers into the fourth quarter of 2023. Meanwhile, Walmart has been in talks with DVD distributor Studio Distribution Services, SDS, a joint venture of Universal Pictures and Warner Bros., to assume management of proportions of its physical media operations. Media Play News reported this summer. Here's the thing, right? I know that times have changed. I've always loved DVDs for what it is because, for one, like I have a DVD collection over by my TV, and like actually, y'all hang on one second, because I'm actually gonna bring y'all one of my favorite movies of all time. Y'all give me a moment. All right, so it's a little banged up, just a little bit, but it's not too bad. It is not too bad at all. Okay, let me get myself together. Hi, everybody. Wally. That's right. Wally, my all time favorite movie. And on the back of it, um, and I really do love DVDs for what it is because these are becoming collector's items. Like, this has entered a film collection, a very prestigious film collection that not a lot of films get into. And so, like, when you open it up here, like the packaging on it, you see that there with all the bonus features and stuff. And not to mention audio commentary from the, oh, wait a minute, where's the audio commentary from the director there? Andrew Stanton. And then it gives you like all the scene selections and stuff. So, like, I know that, the times that we are in are changing. Um, but it's something special about having something that's just for you, and to come home at the end of a very long day and to pop in something that is meaningful to you, that can make you smile, that can make you laugh, that can give you something of joy. Um, it's something amazing. And not to mention, too, you cannot, like, having Netflix, having Hulu, having Max, having any streaming service does not compare to the joy of getting this. Like, these were Christmas gifts. And not to mention, too, like, audio commentary of the movie. Like, there's no audio commentary on Netflix playing their content. Same with Hulu, same with Max, same with All Black. There's no audio commentary. So I still believe in DVDs. I'm glad that they will still be around. Not to mention, too, like, you know, it's good resale value for the movies, but that's just my take. So, but yep, Wally's my all-time favorite because this little dude right here reminds me of me so much. Oh, there he is. He reminds me of me so much. He tries to do the best for everybody, and his little friend right there. Yes, that is a cockroach. Yes, that is his friend. But he is on the earth because everyone has left the earth because they polluted it, didn't care about it, didn't want to have the mindset to move forward, to be a solution. So they go up into space, and this woman right here, Eve, comes down from space and changes his life, and he becomes the solution with that little plant there. So anyway, I'm not gonna get emotional with y'all over Wally, but I just wanted to showcase that movies still do matter. Now, as we continue rolling on this tour, Jeannie Mai was on the Sherri Shepherd show, and I gotta tell you something. Sherri Shepherd is in her element with this talk show. I know some people said they weren't going to watch it after Wendy Williams left. That's totally understandable. Um, but in the same token, like, the circumstances were the circumstances, and Sherry's been in the game a long time. And so, Jeannie Mai came on. It was her first interview with everything that happened. And the way Sherry guided Jeannie Mai through the interview was so powerful. I think one of the things that was most powerful was that, Jeannie Mai said, I give all my pain to God each day, and I just I just put my trust in him. So it's like, God, you got more, you got more, you got more. And I thought that was quite a powerful statement. She said that, I just need to turn off all the devices and just listen to the thoughts of me and the truth. And the way she was so gracious. And then when they talked about Monaco, Sherry was a real friend in that interview, because I cannot imagine what it is to be famous. And, it's one thing for us to talk about famous people, but then for you to have a daytime talk show where your friend comes on, you have to talk about their business with everyone. I can't imagine how difficult that was. Sorry. So shout out to Sherri Shepherd for that. And they talked about this new show called Raid the Cage, which is on tonight at 9/8 Central on CBS. Basically, really fun game show. So basically, all you gotta do is answer some trivia questions to accrue time or get time, and then you raid this cage that has like trips and cars. Oh, give me a moment. 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 Sorry, y'all. Mm, good lord, you can never prepare for sneezing on live TV. I am so sorry, y'all. Woo! I am so sorry. Lord help. Okay, we're back. We are back. But you basically answer questions to accrue time, and you go in this cage. It's got like trips and cars and Birkins, and Jeannie Mai just kept saying Birkins. And so, she said that being a television host, her main goal was to want to celebrate people's potential. And, from doing, How Do I Look, which is how I first met her when it was on the Style Network, to doing the real, to doing I think America's Test Kitchen Challenge, um, to now doing this and then to do Joker's Wild with Snoop Dogg. She has always been about purpose. And listen, I know that some people are saying for Jeannie Mai to leave, to go, and I get that. But also too, I feel like we don't know how to fight for anything anymore. And trust me, I'm going through this right now personally, okay? I've been going through some emotional um over my own thinking. Over my own thinking, by the way. I just want to say that. And sometimes what ends up happening with relationships, especially when you know you have a good person, you'll psych yourself out because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. You know your history, and it's better to be with the devil that you know than the devil that you don't know. And so you get bogged down into that. But I think it's bigger for Jeannie of that she had these preconceived notions of not wanting a kid and not wanting this, not wanting that, everything in between and all around the world, ay, ay, ay. But for her to recognize, wait a minute, I can have a life. I can enjoy the best of life, and I should be more open. I think that's the reason why she's fighting, because that person brought the best out of her. So I am pulling for Jeannie Mai Jenkins, and I'm pulling for Jeezy too. And listen, love doesn't always look like what we think it is. There's some people that believe white people should be with white people, black people should be with black people, and there are some beautiful interracial couples that they take over the world. I think it was Ashley Graham and her man. Her man is black, and her man gives her the nickname Butt. You know what I mean? So it's just like you get to a point in life where at the end of the day, you just want people to be happy, right? And whether you are black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Italian, Puerto Rican, Hawaiian, whatever, Samoan, um, shout out to the Samoan girls, by the way. Listen, hashtag hula dancing is a heaven. But that's neither here nor there. The point is though, we need to be more on the side of being happy than being right. As I'm saying this to y'all, I'm saying this to myself too. Okay, so just give me some time. Just give me some time. Okay, so with that being said, whew, and I think that's the reason why we stay in celebrity news is because even though they're up here, we're down here. There's an emotionality thread right here that ties all of us together. So, Cedric the Entertainer, the legendary Cedric the Entertainer. Let me put some respect on that man's name. He did something that I thought was quite interesting with his family. I'm trying to find it here so I can show it off for y'all here. See, I thought did I not have it? Hang on, y'all. Oh, it looks like I don't have it. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, y'all, because I know I had it up here. Just okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I have it, y'all. Let me get back to my screen. Get back to my screen. So let me see. I see a comment. Hey, Nikki News, welcome, man. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. Let me get ready to share my screen. All right, so Cedric the Entertainer. This comes to us from Black Enterprise. Begin more stories from them because they are really good. They're a good aggregator of Black culture. So Cedric the Entertainer cancels $25,000 family fund due to greedy relatives. Comedian and actor Cedric the Entertainer, also known offstage as Cedric Kyle, shared insights into his role as the family's financial support system during a recent appearance on The Breakfast Club on September 14th. So this was last month. According to Essence, while promoting his new book, Flipping Boxcars, the 59-year-old entertainer revealed that he had once established a $25,000 fund to assist his family in emergencies like mortgage payments or school expenses. On the Breakfast Club, he explained his approach to lending money to family members. I definitely know how to say no, and I say nay. I'm past no. Cedric described the fund as an annual financial safety net managed by his sister to provide financial help to family members for valid needs, not for frivolous requests. However, he clarified that the fund has limitations, with recipients only receiving a portion of the $25,000. So basically, you got to put in your request. Okay, I need braces for maybe $500. Okay, you get $500 until that $25,000 runs out for the family. Unfortunately, the generosity had to come to an end as some family members started requesting larger sums, leading Cedric the Entertainer to discontinue the fund. He expressed his reasoning. Some people wanted bigger and bigger checks, highlighting the challenges and complexities of supporting loved ones financially. Cedric the Entertainer's career has seen remarkable success since he began hosting BET's Comic View in 1993, marking the start of his rise to fame. He quickly ventured into acting, securing his first significant role as the Caroline in the 1995 Apollo Theater revival of The Wiz. Over the years, he has appeared in several hit films, The Barbershop, Madagascar, and Ice Age. He has also starred in popular sitcoms such as The Steve Harvey Show, The Proud Family, and not to mention The Soul Man on TV Land with Niecy Nash. That was such a good damn show, and I hate that's not on TV. It currently stars in CBS's The Neighborhood and A&E's Kings of Barbecue with Anthony Anderson. Cedric's new book, Flipping Boxcars, is a crime thriller with a deeply personal connection to the entertainer, as the lead character is based on his grandfather. You know what? I gotta give it to Cedric the Entertainer. I think that what he did was actually a very right, Nikki News, exactly. I think what he did was a very kind thing to say, hey, listen, I'm going to give my family. Now, recognize now, we don't know how many family members he got, okay? But he said, listen, I have made it, and I know that some of y'all are trying to get there. It makes no sense for me to be at the top of the hill and y'all at the bottom of the hill. I just leave y'all down there because y'all support me when I had nothing. So to make a fund for $25,000, which is actually very generous, okay, and for his sister to run it, so family members could still hustle, move, and rise up, was very generous. And I'm not gonna call Cedric the Entertainer's family stingy all because I do not know them. Okay, I think we get a little too bogged down these issues. But I am very proud of Cedric for recognizing that he ended it because they disrespected the blessing, not because he didn't want to be helpful. And I think that there's a difference between ending something because you want to be selfish and ending it because you've done all you can do. And so, listen, I actually like the idea. So, if I make it, I may do what? I may do like a $1.5 million fund, and what I mean by 1.5 million is everybody gets to put in their offer, and you get a piece of that 1.5 until that 1.5 runs out. Now, if you need a used car, that's a little bit expensive. Okay, we'll go to car gurus and we'll figure out all that stuff. But I do like that idea. But I think I would have, Nikki News would have, or anybody would have done the same thing of, okay, that's it. I got cut off the fund. And I bet you this, even though he cut off the fund for the family, for those people who were respectful, he probably still makes sure that they're taken care of. Because I'll be the same way, even though they might, and my family's not greedy. They're not. I think, and here's the thing: I think we all have greedy, selfish, and over the top tendencies for many things in life, right? But even if I had to cut off the fund, I will write down who respected the fund. If they need anything within reason, I will make sure they're okay. I think that's only fair. I think that's only fair. So as we continue rolling on with this tour, everybody, and like I said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Let me see. The next thing we got is this. Now, I wanted to bring this to you because one thing that I like to do is bring you some stories that you may not hear about on YouTube. And with this one, I just felt that it was so important. Oh, hang on, y'all. Let me refresh that. So, Autism Study launches video campaign to attract more African Americans. This comes to us from blacknews.com originally, but then it got to Black Enterprise. Spark, the largest study of autism families across the United States, hopes a new video campaign helps the research initiative capture the attention of more Black and African American individuals and families. Spark contends that autism research is more powerful when children and families from varying racial and ethnic groups are fully represented rather. Since launching nationally in April 2016, Spark has enrolled more than 120,000 individuals with autism spectrum disorder (ASD), 80% autistic children and 20% autistic adults. So far, more than 15,000 African American and Black autistic individuals and families, roughly 12.5%, participate in Spark. We have a good number of African Americans and Black autistic individuals and families involved in Spark, but we want to capture as many people as possible. To get that richness and diversity, we need to fully have the chance to uncover the secrets to a condition that has implications for a lot of the people, says Dr. Whitney Chung, Director of Clinical Research at the Simmons Foundation Autism Research Initiative and Principal Investigator of the Spark Study. We hope that hearing some of the personal stories of our participants will inspire others to join our efforts so we can move toward equal representation and provide everyone with an equal chance to have a healthy and productive life. In the first two videos, a single father, Rico Winston, shares his story of how his son, Azrael, was diagnosed with autism at 2 years old. Through his own research, he found a way to Spark, and now he and Spark are committed to improving Israel's life. He provides 5 tips on how dad can help his children with autism, and then the video is here. Rico Winston's 5 tips, unfortunately I can't click on it there. Second video highlights Daryl Newsom, mother of 2 adults with autism spectrum disorder, one of the parents of autistic children and autistic adults among the Spark staff. She focuses on her youngest child, her daughter, and shares how her Spark journey continues to enrich her family's life. So as y'all see here, Spark is a national online autism research initiative that connects people who have profound diagnosis of autism and their biological family members with research opportunities to advance our understanding of autism. Spark's goal is not only to better understand autism, but to also accelerate the development of new treatments and support. Spark has partnered with 31 clinical sites around the country, as well as autism organizations, service providers, and key influencers to help educate the public about Spark and to recruit participants. Through these strategic partnerships, Spark hopes to reach and engage a diverse and large number of individuals and families that are affected by autism. So Want to bring that to you because at the end of the day, just because you have autism, just because you are in a wheelchair or you can't speak or you can't do this or what they tell you or everything in between, that doesn't mean a damn thing. Phyllis Crawford, welcome in. Vernia Slater, welcome in. And let me tell you something. People with disabilities are probably some of the most gracious people in the world, more gracious than people without disabilities, and that's saying a lot. hmm Um, and listen. At the end of the day, I pray for everybody to be well. There are some people I pray for that God doesn't miss their address. But also too, I cannot pray too hard for how hard I want God to hit their address because guess what? If I want God to hit my address hard with blessings, I also have to be a blessing too. So it's a balance. It's a balance, although I have said to God, if you could see some of these heathens that are on earth, I think you would give us a hall pass for some of them. Real talk. But anyway, Karma Girl, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are live on tour. We just talked about Cedric the Entertainer, who provide a $25,000 fund to his family. And basically how it worked is it worked through his sister. Everybody would put a request until that $25,000 dwindled. And then I don't know if that $25,000 was for the year or $25,000 every month, but he did that. And then, of course, SAG-AFTRA, the negotiations between the studios and the Alliance for Motion Picture Television Producers fell through, and the strike is ongoing. So, oh, and then, of course, Jeannie Mai was on the Sherri Shepherd show, and basically she said her basically what she said is I take my pain and give it to God. Whatever pain is in me, I take that space out of me and put that space in God. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what she said. And I can feel the soul of her, which is very hard to do, on TV. She talked about this new show called Raid the Cage, where you answer trivia questions to accrue time, and then you go in the cage. You get to have all these prizes. If you could drag it out in time before the cage closes. And she said there were Birkins in there, so she likes Birkins. So that show's coming on tonight at 9, 8 Central on CBS. And then, of course, tonight at 8, 7 Central is the Jada Pinkett Smith interview with Photocopy. Do y'all want me to watch it and review it Monday? Do y'all want me to do that? Let me know in the live chat if you want me to. I may not. I don't know. I think at this point everybody's over Will and Jada, or is that just me? But I think we're just all over it. So I don't want to disrespect Copy, because she's an amazing journalist, but I think we're just kind of all done with them. Oh, and then Best Buy will stop selling DVDs in 2024, and I brought out my all-time favorite animated movie, WALL-E. This is my personal DVD. As you can see, it's not as pristine. It's got some, but it's still in good pristine condition. And then of course Walt Disney. Oh, hang on, let's see. There you go, Walt Disney Studios Home Entertainment. And you pull it out there, and it shows the back of it. And I think DVDs are important. After a long day, you deserve to go in the house and put on something a little good for you. So the last thing, and then I will drop the link. Y'all can come on up and talk about any of the stories that are on your mind today. Is the vid. Of course, as you guys know, there is a new variant. I told y'all about that on my channel very early. So listen, there's been other news outlets to talk about it. But basically, let's see here. Oh, here it is. This also comes to us from Black Enterprise. Okay, hang on. Give me a moment. This comes to us from Black Enterprise here. New vid shots are still hard to find for some Americans. This comes to us from Reuters. Americans have started rolling up their sleeves for the latest version of the COVID-19 vaccine, but weeks into the rollout, some are saying that they are still having difficulty finding appointments for themselves and their children. Shot seekers also say they have been surprised by requests for upfront payments of $150 to $200 now that the U.S. government has handed off to private companies, including vaccine makers, pharmacies, and insurance plans to handle distribution, administration, and payment coverage. Many Americans have been eager to get vaccinated after vid cases picked up in much of the country in September. Around 4 million people have received the updated Pfizer and BioNTech or Moderna um, shots around September, and 12 million doses were shipped according to the data from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS. The U.S. government has recommended all Americans age 6 months or older to receive one. Um, Kate McDowell, a self-employed 50-year-old who lives in Portland, Oregon, says she had a vaccine appointment canceled by her healthcare provider, Casir Permenti, has been unable to get another for nearly a month. She and her husband canceled a trip overseas in late September, in part because they could not find the shots. It used to be that even if it was scarce, you could find somewhere that you could drive to get it, said McDowell. You have the federal government or health county department saying go get your vaccine. It's just impossible. Kaiser did not comment on McDowell's experience in Oregon. The multi-state healthcare provider target of a 3-day strike by 75,000 workers this week says it does not cover out-of-network vaccinations except in California, whereby lawmakers can be reimbursed for COVID-19 vaccines from non-Kaiser providers, including retail pharmacies, until November 11th. The U.S. government in May ended the public health emergency declaration, during which it brought the shots and provided to all Americans for free. In the current privatized system, health insurance plans by law must cover the shots at no cost. Pharmacies and health providers order the shots up front from manufacturers and receive their supply from distributors. Pfizer and Moderna had said that they have shipped the shots as planned. At the beginning of last week, Pfizer said it has shipped and delivered more than 10 million doses of its 2023-2024 COVID-19 vaccine, including 1 million Patriot doses. Moderna also says it has shipped millions of doses. CVS, the largest U.S. pharmacy chain, says on Thursday it's experiencing delays from its wholesalers. Walmart said it was offering updated shots in all stores as supply has become available. Walgreens, a unit of the Walgreens Boots Alliance, said all stores now have the supply needed to meet their demands of communities. McKesson, one of the largest U.S. Wholesalers, says it has recently distributed 3.8 million shots so far, and now you need a ramp up across the supply chain, saying that it may have impacted delivery dates for some customers. And the Cardinal Health, another major distributor, also said it shipped several million COVID-19 vaccines with minor and short-term shipping delays. So it looks like we are still in this thing. I knew we would never get out of it, but still somehow we are still here in the midst of all of it on a Friday night. Congratulations to you all for making it to another week. And y'all, Love and Marriage Huntsville is tomorrow night at 8/7 Central, only here at #on Keeping It Real. And y'all remember that scene with the drink throw? Um, I'm just going to say this. Y'all hang on. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Hang. Okay, so I'm just going to say this right now. That drink throw, and this is just my prediction. I think what will transpire from that drink throw is going to have the energy. It's going to have the energy of this. Okay, so that drink throw is going to have the emotions of this.
You don't want to miss.
You have a dark soul.
Oh, I'm gonna get past it.
You are changing lives.
This
I'm very concerned about you.
Love and Marriage Huntsville New Reunion Part 3, Saturday at 8/7 Central.
So that drink throw is going to have the emotionality of that promo. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now. So I will see y'all tomorrow night at 9/8 Central. Of course, we're still live on tour right now. And then, of course, tonight at 8, 7 Central is the premiere of Ready to Love, Make a Move. I don't know if we're doing the after show as of yet. I have not received any message that we are going to be doing the after show as of yet. But yes, indeed. So I thank all of y'all for being here. Um, oh, hang on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, just had to check something real quick. But no, I am so excited for what is to come. And y'all, we're almost at the end of the year. Can you believe it? The ball will be dropping from Times Square sooner than we know, for dog on sure. And of course, because Halloween is coming up. Speaking of autism, if you put out a blue pumpkin, that will let them know that your house is sensory acceptable for people to come, or for kids to come to get candy. So just want to make sure that every kid has a good time. And y'all just protect yourselves, because Halloween, for some people, they will act a fool, and some people have mental problems and will use Halloween to cause havoc. Okay, just being honest. It's not everybody, but just a little smidge. But just protect yourself, y'all, because the world is crazy out here. 3 people in the building. Thank y'all so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. So, I saw this story too, and I wanted to show y'all this because Chris Tucker, can sing, y'all. Y'all want to see him sing? Or you going to see him sing? And I did not know this, so it was at an event, of course, and good lord, sorry, y'all. Y'all see all my tabs though. But anyway, so okay, y'all ready? All right, here we go. Hey, sexy mom, welcome in. See, this is how I know we're real. That's Faith Evans, of course. Man. Well, look, praise him, hallelujah, and all the tongues in the world, amen to that. So I'm going to tell y'all the context of that. So basically, Chris Tucker delivered his rendition of Amazing Grace. So on October 4th, the 52-year-old actor, comedian, reposted the inspiring moment that happened in June. Tucker took to the stage with the John McClurkin for a rousing rendition of the gospel standard Amazing Grace. To the audience surprise, McClurkin's iconic voice opened the hymn. The minister passed the mic to Tucker, who made a decent squall for the Lord, singing with Faith Evans and Diane McClurkin. We had fun at Judge Maybelline, honoring unsung fathers Awards and Scholarship Banquet that I hosted. Tucker captioned on the post on Instagram. So then the comments were the comments. That was Pastor Donnie, Evangelist Evans, and Deacon Tucker. Michelle Williams said, "You better sing," with the eyes emoji, the laughing emoji, and the other one was praising hands. I think that is. Let me see. I think that was praising hands, praying hands, and the goofy eyes. Y'all just gave me my whole life. Shemina Moore from the Real Housewives of Atlanta pen. Faith did her thing. Love it, love it. Donnie sounds good. Anyway, I love how Chris Star off, bless his heart. Heart laughing emoji. But you know what though? I love it when we can see our celebrities have some fun, right? Like you gotta think about how lonely celebrity life is. I mean, you have to find a way to have a soul for yourself after everything you do for the public for the rest of your life. So it was cool. And not to mention, Chris got a little voice on him now. Listen, I ain't gonna be mad at him. Not gonna be mad at him at all. As you guys know, I told y'all about the institute, right? The art institutes. Well, there is a historically black college that is coming through and helping out. And I thought I should mention this story as well. So Morris Brown, where all this is happening on my today. HBCU to the rescue. Morris Brown College extends a lifeline to displaced students. The Art Institute of Atlanta. So as you guys know, I told y'all about this. The Art Institute's a network of for-profit university shut its doors this September after a decade of controversies plagued the now-defunded program. In 2015, the institutes were entangled in a nearly $100 million settlement with the Justice Department amid allegations of fraud. 3 years later, 2018, the institution lost accreditation, which led to the closure of 20 campuses. Now the Arts Institute has shut down its 8 remaining locations. The abrupt decision has left faculty reeling and 1,700 students scrambling to finish their education. So the news of this disclosure was shared with the student body and staff via email. And Perry, who taught at the Art Institute of Dallas, wrote a Facebook post about the sudden announcement. I got the message right after I had met with a student. I had met on Zoom with a student, and we expressed moving forward to the next quarter. And the day after, I delivered an impassioned lecture in 2 classes about the road ahead. She said now will be difficult for many. While hundreds of students have been left in the dust, Morris Brown College, a historically black institute, has stepped in to help those in need. The school has created a new program called the Art Institute of Atlanta Pathway to Morris Brown College Partnerships, which will assist Art Institute students in transferring to the HBCU without having to start over. Um, Morris Brown College has its own series of complications throughout its 142-year history. In 2002, the school had lost its accreditation due to financial mismanagement. However, in April 2022, it regained it and now is working to help other students affected by similar circumstances. We personally over here at Morris Brown College know a lot of the feelings that are going amongst the individuals over at the Arts Institute. Although Morris Brown never closed, we did have a huge exodus of students that had to leave Morris Brown College because we lost our financial aid. So, with that being said, let me see if I can pull. This comes from 11 Alive. Let me see. It says here, contact your admissions department to see how you can finish your studies at Morris Brown College, Atlanta's most affordable and fully accredited HBCU. I'm trying to see if I can go to the website here. Let me see if I can go back. Let's click this here. Follow link. And if you do live in Atlanta, you went to the Art Institutes, I think that this is a great help. And so definitely want y'all to get that there. I'm trying to see where you can do that there. Wait a minute, maybe it's here. Sorry, y'all, I'm doing this live. Doing this live. Um, let's see. Trying to see. Well, I'm not seeing it here, but it did. But I did read the story for y'all. So, let me type in Morris 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 Brown Art Institute. I'm trying to see here because it doesn't really say like how to do it. Um, I think the best thing probably to do is probably call them. Um, oh, so wait a minute. Okay, so they did two virtual sessions on Monday, October 2nd. Okay, so but either way, call that number there, 404-458-6085 extension 2010, and figure out how to go there. And shout out to the HBCU for stepping up, for one, to do the right thing. I can't imagine what it is. Hey, Revelation 2023, glad to have you here. I can't imagine what it is to be in the process of trying to get your education and then it's taken out from under you. And more colleges need to support each other, because at the end of the day, the more we support each other, the better off we will all be. Amen, somebody. So, Revelation 2023, I hope you enjoyed the replay. It was quite a lot, but trust me, it was a good one. It was definitely a good one. Um, Let me see here. I'm on tmz.com right now, just trying to. Just trying to see what it is here. And by the way, y'all, um, apparently George Santos will go for re-election, and he pled not guilty. So no big surprise there. Um, so for those of you who don't know, Sergio Brown, he got charged with um, his mom passing away and him being involved with it, of murdering his own mother. I'm not going to say the word, but according to TMZ, there is a video of him fighting extradition. So let me see if I can bring that up. That's a little much there. Okay, here it is.
I'm free. I have my passport. Why are they grabbing me? They're kidnapping me again. I'm from Chicago. My flight was Colombia. Why am I going to Tijuana? This is a kidnapping. They're in uniforms. Thank you for...
So I will have to pause it at times. So this situation here was caught on tape by Michelle Williams, a California resident who told CBS 8 the incident went down in a Aeromexico plane still on the tarmac in the Mexico City airport. The Williams said the plane was scheduled to go to Tijuana. So let's keep rolling.
Participating. I was going to Colombia. I'm from Chicago. I should not be going to Tijuana. Let me go. This is kidnapping. Cameras, please. Kidnapping.
Whew, my Lord. Heavy, y'all. Just let's keep going.
Kidnapping. I wasn't going to Tijuana. I was going to Medellin in Chicago. They're kidnapping me. This is criminal confinement. They're not authority figures. They should not do this.
Take your stuff. That's right. Come here. Oh!
They're kidnapping me.
Just come down.
They're kidnapping me.
Okay.
I'm the one calm. They're holding me like this.
Hi, what's your name?
Sergio.
Sergio, how are you?
Bien.
My name is Dr. Avila. Hey, Sergio is okay. Okay. Hi, Sergio.
I'm free. I'm legal.
Okay.
They should not be grabbing me. He's still holding me when you're telling him not to.
No, hey.
Let me go.
Oh.
He had an authority problem. Elbow his ass.
Okay, Sergio.
Now, I will say this: in a situation like this, you should not be telling them what to do, authority or not, okay? Because people don't fight with hands anymore, okay? So just saying.
Sergio.
He's holding me.
Okay. Sergio.
Let me go. I'm gonna stand up, bro.
Okay, let it go.
Let me go. Let me stand up.
Sí.
Damn, they just had me in criminal confinement, PTSD. They're gonna kidnap me again. And he the one that kidnapped me. My name is bad enough. You going to go to jail?
Okay, Sergio, let me talk.
Who yours too?
So I will say this: shout out to this woman. I don't think she's a part of the airplane crew, but she just tried to just bring some calm to the storm.
Let me go to the plane. Where's my bag at?
Okay.
We can talk off the plane.
Okay, so right here.
That's all I care.
Yeah, breathe. Okay. Breathe deeply. Okay. Okay. Want a glass of water?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Can you please give me a glass of water?
No glass.
Glass of water.
No glass.
It's not a glass. It's a
You
cup.
just said glass.
I don't know. A bottle. Okay.
Okay, so to the guy that's speaking, just shut the hell up. You are actual social cell phone. Just stop.
I'm a
I don't know
physician.
why
I'm a
you-
physician.
I don't care what you are. He's not in a position to
I
be
know,
treated
but
by a
he's
physician right now.
anxiety. Okay, you know what's anxiety?
I
Okay,
don't kidnap more than
that's
you do.
anxiety. Okay, let me try this. Okay.
Yes, they kidnapped me. You know I was kidnapped.
No, come on. Sergio. Let me know.
Why you grab me like that? You get your ass beat on this motherfucking plane. I'm walking home. How should be on that?
Now, I will say this: if Sergio were to knock the dude out that was talking about anxiety and stuff, I would have had no problem with it. If I had the money, I would have bailed Sergio out of jail. Because what you're not going to do is you're not going to tell a black man what he's going through and that he should be having no glass with. You should be having a mouth to speak, but yet your parents birthed you into the world. Some people do not deserve to be on the planet. I'm just listen. Don't at me. Okay, listen. Some of y'all got people that y'all believe should not be on the earth either. Okay, listen. I do this to me. But basically, in the clip, you see Brown to appear to be extremely agitated as two law enforcement officers were trying to hold him down in his seat so they can start the process of getting him back to the States after an arrest. A warrant for his arrest was issued in Chicago, Illinois. So praying for him. It's just bad all the way around for him just to not have your mom on the plane anymore. Exactly. She was actually calming him down. That's why he should have got knocked out. If I was on the plane, hey, sir, did anybody ask you to speak? Do you matter to anybody on this plane? And do we give it? And my final question: is he your responsibility? No, then sit your behind down. That's exactly what I would have said. Now, my mama, who's a Christian, would not have said none of that. She would have said, well, you know what? I think we need to be a little more respectful. And, we don't have to call him, does he exist and all that type of stuff. Guess what? Some people just need to be told off. You got to match the energy sometimes. So, no, somebody should have duct taped his mouth and put him in the back of the plane, put him in a closet until everything was settled down. That's what I would have done. if I was there, flight attendant. But listen, just being honest. Um, let's see what else. Any other news, y'all? Any other news? Just Lord help. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to see if there's any more news that we can talk about. Okay, so here's something. Offset and Cardi B, free burgers and booze for everybody. Um, okay, I didn't know that this happened, but we're going to talk about it because I mean, listen. Anytime you get free burgers and booze, hey, it's a good time. Let's see here. Make sure I can share it. So basically, Offset's Long Way album set off has finally dropped it. He celebrated with a club bash blowout featuring Cardi B as his ultimate woman. TMZ hip hop obtained footage from inside Offset's album release party Thursday night at Poppy in West Hollywood. Cardi got the crowd amped as she dished out tequila shots. However, Cardi wasn't about to let fans drink on an empty stomach, passing out heaping helpings of Shake Shack for the crowd. Cardi was definitely having a good time, at one point spilling the drink all over herself. Mario, the R&B singer, was in the building. Bronny James was there as well. Cardi told fans that she was a big fan of the Don Toliver featured track Worth It. We were told that that will be the album's next singer. Always good to keep wifey happy. Cardi is living her best life, as we can see outside the club. The raunchy couple turned up to their freaky debut. Cardi's second Set It Off album contribution, in addition to the previously released Jealousy. The album features even more star power from Travis Scott, Lotto, Future, and Mango Fu. To be determined if Offset has the energy to keep on promoting after shutting down the club. Listen, I mean, after a party like that, yeah, I would need a couple of days rest. You know what I mean? So, but I will say this though, even with all of Cardi B, I think it is just wonderful. You know what I mean? That I think it's just wonderful that we got people like Cardi B celebrating her husband. And I think that that's a wonderful thing. I really, really do. I think we need to celebrate people doing good things more. Because, good Lord, we know how to celebrate the bad more than the good. Real talk. So, let's see. I think that's all the stories off of TMZ. Let's see here. And by the way, y'all, like, oh wait a minute. Okay, so I don't know if there's any Megan Thee Stallion fans at all, but she is saying that she's teasing a return to music. As y'all may or may not know, Megan Thee Stallion is in her first movie called Dix the Musical. That's the title of the musical. So it's from A24. They usually do. Hey, Taisha J, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Courtesy of Tasha K. You know what? I can't. I just can't with you. Revelation 2023. Lord help. Hey, the legendary Taisha J in the building. Love you and glad to have you here as always. And y'all, I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my sister. We all come together as one, but we also have different personalities. And I just think sometimes you just need to say what needs to be said. That dude who was speaking in that video really should not have been saying nothing. He probably don't go. He probably doesn't have a wife because there's no woman that's going to put up with somebody telling another person what to do. So, but, listen. Let me find it here. So Megan Thee Stallion said that she is coming back to music. If I can find it here. Just had it. Sorry, y'all see I got a lot of tabs up. Hang on. So give me a moment, y'all. Give me a moment. Hope y'all having a wonderful night, by the way, on a Friday night. I love the love in the chat, for sure, for sure. Okay, here it is. So Megan the Stallion, new music is on the way, at least that's what we're choosing to believe, after a pair of recent social media posts alluding to something imminent being on the horizon. On Thursday, October 12th, the Savage rapper posted a three-image message on her Instagram grid that reads "at one," along with some suspenseful images accompanying each image that you can swipe through. Um, Meanwhile, over her Twitter account, Megan released a short soundless video of a green filter showing off vampire things, perhaps playing into Halloween and the spooky season. The 3-second clip was simply captioned "Let's begin." By the way, Corinne Hawthorne, shout out to her and her song "Won't He Do It." I trust him at all time is amazing. So shout out to Corinne Hawthorne. She almost was part of Mary Mary. Though she hasn't released any music since her 2022 album Traumatizing, the Stallion did recently collaborate with Cardi on the hit single Bongos, and she's been keeping herself busy with film and television projects. Just last week, October 6th, she made her feature film debut as Gloria in A24's musical comedy Dix the Musical, in which she supplied the movie's lead single out the alpha, the alpha. Her Gloria character is described as a powerhouse woman who seeks to rally fellow females to join her in dismantling the patriarchy and outdoing of males of the world. All men are stupid, weak little boys and not smart. They just make a lot of noise. Megan raps as Gloria. They got their nose up my behind, want to be teachers' pets, so I keep them on their toes and make those blankers sweat. In addition to Dix the Musical, Meg also has an upcoming role in the long-running Netflix animated series Big Mouth, in which she plays a sex monstrous, a role specifically made for her. Season 7 of Big Mouth premieres on October 20th. You know, I would like to have been Megan the Stallion's boyfriend in Big Mouth. Why can't Braylon get a call? I'm just saying, like, I'm available to do voiceover work. Anyway, I probably don't give two damns about that. Oh, Lord help. Lord help. Lord help. Yes, indeed. Just chilling out as we roll on this tour. And, y'all, I want y'all to see this, because I said I wasn't going to talk about Will and Jada, but this has to end. Because at this point, it's dragging it out for no reason at all. It's just, listen to Revelation 2023. You have not because you asked now, okay? But y'all, look at this. Just, y'all see that right there? Right there. Hang on. Right there. Oh, hang on. Right there. So we're going to play this. Oh, wait, shout out to Crystal George. She has a YouTube channel as well. So just... Shout out to Chevrolet.
It does. I think the entire world has celebrated the friendship that you had with Tupac. You definitely talk a lot about that. And I wonder, do you think that, there's times where he's referred to you as his soulmate, and I would assume that you felt the same way. Do you feel that you can have a friendship that is like a soulmate friendship that doesn't necessarily include the romantic version?
Absolutely. We have soulmates. Our children can be our soulmates. I think this kind of romanticized idea of like a soulmate, there's all kinds of definitions of soulmate.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I don't think, if there is such a thing as past lives, I definitely think Pac and I have traveled a few together.
Yeah.
in various forms. So,
has there ever been a time that you regretted the decision that you made not to take it to that level with him and to keep it in the friendship space?
it just wasn't possible. There was no chemistry between us. I talk about it in the book.
That's so hard. I know, but that's just so hard to imagine. At the time, he was in he was in a space where, he was in jail and all that, but it's just hard to believe that we see chemistry with the two of you guys. Even in the videos you guys dance, and there seems to be so much chemistry. But from your perspective,
chemistry, it's that friendship, love chemistry. Trust me. Let me tell you, don't think that Spike and I, like I write in the book, we had those moments, and I wish I could get people to understand the repelling nature. It was almost like God made us that way. It was like, look, I'm gonna put y'all together. All right, y'all gonna be a dynamic duo. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna make it so. Y'all not gonna be able to get together because that just wasn't the purpose. And I know it's so hard, but we had and it wasn't just me.
Yeah,
him too.
Him too.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you one more question.
All right, y'all. So there it is. Just. If anything, I'm glad that she. Here's the thing, right? I believe Jill Scott's my soulmate. I do. Like the way she carries herself, the way she moves, and the fact that she loves what she does, but she recognizes that her soul is priority. That's attractive to me, right? So I understand, Jill Scott is my soulmate. But good damn, like the woman's in Hollywood and I'm here. Like, come on now. But I think what you said, Revelation 2023, is so articulately on point. Revelation 2023 says, wow, that's a problem. She loves that man out loud in front of her husband and children. Shameful. Exactly. That, I'm glad for this interview that she said it's on a friendship level. But then for you to go and say, God put us together as a dynamic duo. God said, I ain't part of this. I'm not part of it here, there, or anywhere. Hashtag Sam I am. Like, come on now. Like, this is getting a little ridiculous. Like, this is just, not to mention he's not even here anymore. Allegedly, there's some people that believe that Tupac is still alive. So let me not disrespect those people that believe Tupac is alive. But for the rest of everybody else who believe Tupac is not here anymore, he's not here anymore to defend himself. Like, and then not to mention, you got Keith D, who is arrested as the person that did what he did. But then, Orlando Brown is saying that, Diddy hired somebody to get Pac out. And then Jaguar Wyatt's also saying it as well. And so, PD's in it. So, like, y'all, let the man rest. Good damn. We don't know how to leave well enough alone sometimes. We don't. We just don't. Because that was just like, really though? Really? So is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing? Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus, help. Let me see here. I'm just looking at some news here from blackenterprise.com. By the way, shout out to blackenterprise.com. I absolutely love them. So I want to bring this story up because this don't make no damn sense, y'all. No sense. For those of you who may not know who T.J. Holmes is, T.J. Holmes was a anchor at Good Morning America. He actually worked at today's THV in Little Rock, Arkansas. By the way, nobody calls it THV 11 down there. I'm just gonna let you know. If you're a real Arkansas, you don't call it THV 11. You call it today's THV. Okay, that's just like Simmons Bank Arena. Everybody called it the Alltel Arena. So when I make it to the Alltel Arena with the Ebony Entertainment Awards that will be broadcasted live on ABC one day soon, partnering up with Ebony Magazine, because for those of you who don't know, Ebony and Jet Magazine was founded in Arkansas. I'm going to say we're broadcasting live from the Alltel Arena. I'm not saying we're broadcasting live from the Simmons Bank Arena. Meanwhile, my mom and dad say, no, you need to respect the venue. Well, no, guess what? They called me to host. Okay, I'm doing that for Arkansas. Okay, hell. But anyway, we all have different personalities, but we all love each other the same. Amen. So anyway, T.J. Holmes and his wife Marilee Fitbick reached divorce settlement after Amy Robach affair scandal. The marriage between former Good Morning America co-host T.J. Holmes and Mari Firebig has done the media outlet confirmed that the attorneys for the former couple have finalized the paperwork on October 11th. The certificate of dissolution was processed in New York County Supreme Court. The news comes nearly a year after it was revealed that Holmes and co-host Amy Robach were having an affair. It was rumored the couple, who were reportedly still together, started their romance in March of 2022 when they were training for the New York City Marathon. Robach and Holmes and Robach were eventually suspended and eventually let go after investigation into their relationship. The affair allegedly wasn't the first for Holmes. Page 6 reported that he was involved with an extramarital romance with a producer that he worked with several years ago, Natasha Singh. And Singh was a married producer. The news outlet reported that Holmes and Singh had an affair for 3 years, starting in 2016, and Natasha Singh and Amy Robach, were friends. So, Natasha confided in Amy Robach about it. Meanwhile, the Daily Mail reported that Holmes in 2015 was involved with Jasmine Petaway, a script coordinator who was 13 years younger than Holmes at the time. Holmes had been married to Firebig for 5 years, and Petaway is also married as well. Holmes filed for divorce in December 2022. Holmes and Firebig share a 10-year-old daughter named Sabrina. Amy Robach was married to actor Andrew Shue, who was a star on Melrose Place in the 1990s. They married in 2010. Their divorce was finalized this year. Couple had no children together, but did have children from previous relationships. Now it appears that Robach and Holmes are solidifying themselves as a couple. They're pitching themselves as a duo. A source told U.S. Weekly in April they pitched a reality show, a docuseries, and a daytime talk show, all of which they know will be popular. People will watch. Amy said, "Whatever they do, this is about real love, and they're in it together." Okay. All right. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, at this point, y'all, with TJ Holmes, I wish him well. I wish Amy Robach well. Because they do have kids. But also too, it's just like y'all literally had the best job. All y'all had to do was come in, read some news stories, and y'all had your own hour on network TV. Like, just, and not to mention too, if you're going to have an affair at an office, make sure that the person that you're having workplace relations is single and that you're single. Good Lord, just, Lord, just, and not to mention too, like, I feel like this is like with any workplace, right? These coworkers that you work with become more like your family than anything else, right? And so you spend more time with them, you get to know them, they know your kids, you know their kids, blah, 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 blah. But that doesn't give you the right to be disrespectful. Amy Robach is allegedly coming back to television through News Nation with Robach and Co. Shout out to the Daily Mail, actually. Shout out to the Daily Mail for putting that information out. But yeah, it's just, I truly do not know anymore. And TJ Holmes said that he had like a new route recently. Um, so I don't know if that new route is to a new job or not. I'm assuming that TJ Holmes, um, did what he needed to do and saved his money respectfully for him to do what he needs to do. But just, yeah, I was a little disappointed in TJ. I was, man. Because I'm like, you went from Arkansas to national television. Like, he started off at ABC World News Now, which is like the overnight show as a contributor. He was on CNN Saturday morning. He was a contributor, I think, on MSNBC as well, and all that. So I just, and he's a gifted broadcaster. He's able to tell. He's able to bring soul to storytelling. He really is, and he's a great broadcaster. But just right is right and wrong is wrong. It really, really is. So I just want everybody to be well, man. But yeah. Hmm, boy. Trying to think if there's any more story. Yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair at all that TJ Holmes did what he did. And, like I said, when you have that type of gig, all you have to do is just show up and not mess up. You know what I mean? So, hey, to each their own. You know what I mean? This is interesting. Monica allegedly says that the industry forgot about her. Let's talk about it because Monica is a legend out here in the game. I'm surprised that she feels that way. Um, you know what I mean? Let's talk about it. And it's always amazing to, yeah, they both were wrong, absolutely, because it does take two to tango. It does take two to tango, and I think Amy did what she did with TJ, but for then TJ to just have the town, like my lord, man, like listen. So here. Monica says the industry, forget the music industry, forget about her. Monica wants the industry to put some respect on her name after putting out hits for decades. What I learned in those moments is that there's a plan for all of our lives, Monica said. It's orchestrated by somebody bigger than every person in this room. What was meant to happen was for my life to change that day. I was able to really enjoy my career because I didn't have any expectations. She continued, I was not looking at stats. I wasn't worried about awards. I'm actually a person that for all the records I've broken, I have never won any awards. I am really the most forgotten. If you think about it, I'm pretty much the underdog, but I sit very comfortably in it because I can still go where I want, do what I want, live how I want. But when I say that I'm often forgotten, I was hosting the Soul Train Awards. I was nominated for three of my songs in one category, but still lost. And I went out to eat and kick my regular ish after. I wasn't bothered because that's not what I do it for. That is really my point when I say oftentimes I'm forgotten in those spaces. So we will play the clip of here.
What I learned in those moments is that there's a plan for all of our lives, and it's orchestrated by somebody bigger than every person in this room. And what was meant to happen was for my life to change that day. And I was able to really enjoy my career because I didn't have any expectations. I was not looking at stats. I was not worried about awards. I'm actually a person that for all the records I've broken, I really have never won any awards. I'm really the most forgotten if you think about it. I'm pretty much the underdog, but I sit very comfortably in it because I can still go where I want, do what I want, live how I want. But when I say that I am often forgotten, I was hosting the Soul Train Awards, was nominated for 5, 3 of my songs in one category and still lost. But I went out to eat and kicked my regular after. I was not bothered because that's not what I do it for.
That's dope.
That is really my point when I say that oftentimes I'm forgotten in those spaces.
So, first of all, Monica is a legend, hands down, with everything that she's done, and it's a different place to feel that everything that you've done has been forgotten about. But the blessing of that is man gives awards, God gives rewards. Carla Farrell said down the Steve Harvey Morning Show that man gives awards, God gives rewards. And that's how I truly feel. I would, if I never won an Emmy Award, would I be upset? Absolutely, because I know I'm putting in the work. But also, too, as long as I'm getting those $20 million contracts, I am more than fine. I am more than fine. But I hope that Monica understands that we love her, we care about her, we embrace her. And when Monica steps on the stage, she is known. Do you hear me? So yes, indeed. So I'm sad that she feels that way. I really am. I really, really am. So let's see here. I think that's all of the news of the day. I think. Do y'all have any other questions, comments, concerns, or anything about anything that's on y'all mind? Feel free. It is Friday night. You made it to another week. I did read the Daily Motivator for yesterday, which I usually always read the Daily Motivator for y'all. And I read the Daily Motivator. Maybe pin her and Brandy against each other has something to do with it. That could be a very good reason. But I would hope that we can be a little bit, better than that too. And I hate it when people get pinned against each other. Like, why? Like, first of all, why does that have to happen? Number two, it's okay to have legends in multiple categories. Like, and finally, what does pin against each other do? Like, it does nothing. Like pin, like you and me together or anybody together, it divides us more than unites us. Um, you know what I mean? So let's see. So I did read the Daily Motivator for yesterday, but I'm gonna read this to y'all just that way it can be on the record. This was for Wednesday, October 11th, 2023. Making things better. What response will improve the situation? That's the one to choose. It's not enough to claim that you care. Merely appearing to make things better is insufficient at best, and perhaps even counterproductive. Figure out what will be positive in your results and focus on that course of action. Hold yourself and your actions to a high standard. Refuse to settle for anything less than effectiveness that provides a clear benefit. Um, every circumstance comes with opportunity for improvement. Go through the details until you can find and seize upon realistic, workable opportunity. Then put your skills, knowledge, and persistence to work. Make it through the day, the task, and the challenge by making things better. Ralph Lawson. So I want to do that because I was like, as soon as I was getting off of there, I was like, oh, dog, I forgot. And by the way, there's another phone call. Phone calls from prison. This one is Ernesto tells Lamont why he was arrested. They call Shirley and Sonia. Why? 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 Oh my lord. By the way, I so appreciate y'all. Let's see, because Brandy received all the accolades. You know what? I could feel that. You know what I mean? Like Monica really hasn't been able to, act and, host and stuff like that. But you know what? Honestly, too, I feel that I feel like Monica really could step out and do it. I really, really could. Like there was a interview today that I saw with the ladies of Crown, and I will say this with Crown, it's actually a really good show. I like it. It's with Kendra G, Selena Johnson, the woman from Chemistry, um, Miss Scott, and then Kendra G. And so, oh my God. So Vivica A. Fox said that hosting was the next phase of her career. And I totally get that because here's the thing, y'all. Like acting is extremely difficult to remember all those lines, but hosting, it brings in so many checks. So many checks. And so for Vivica A. Fox to be to want to host for the next part of her career, I totally understand. I think Monica should do more hosting. I really do. I think Monica could do a podcast. She can do a talk show. She goes to game show. So I think Monica should evolve herself. And I'm not saying that she hasn't tried to, but I do also understand it's what have you done for me lately, and the more that you know, the more opportunities you can have. But at the same token, I feel like if you are that good, you deserve opportunities because you are that good, regardless of the fact. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I definitely feel you. And you know what? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think celebrities are starting to recognize that they can evolve themselves. You know what I mean? They don't have to stay. They don't have to stay where they are. And I think that that's a huge blessing. You know what I mean? So yes, indeed. Hmm. Yep. I'm trying to think. Y'all got any plans for tonight? The night is young. It is 7:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have been on the road for 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 6 seconds on tour. As you can see, the thumbnail SAG after the strike rolls on. Best Buy is not going to be selling any more DVDs anymore in 2024, and I'm kind of sad about that. Um, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like the bonus features for me, and not to mention too, do y'all remember something called like Disney Fast Play, where you could press, Fast Play, and it'll skip like all of the promos on the DVDs, and it'll get you right to your movie. Like those features, I am going to miss. But also too, like it's just Best Buy not selling DVDs. Amazon, Target, and Walmart will still be selling DVDs. And not to mention too, I think DVDs will still be around because guess what? Those will be the special collector's edition for all the special features and bonus features. Because I always go the bonus features at the end of every movie. Depending on the movie, if I like it, I'll always go to the bonus features. I think Nene is finally realizing that point because she has her YouTube channel up again. I saw this article, as I often do see articles online, and I thought this was interesting. Um, Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what it says here. Um, let's see. And when I first read it, I'm like, wait, what? But when I read it again, I'm like, you know what? This makes sense. This makes sense. So let's share and talk about it together, everybody here. This comes to us from Media Takeout there. Some nice suits from Studio Suits there. Um, let's see here. So it says here, Nene Leak says she may have an open marriage next. On her new podcast, Nene Leak said that she is considering having an open marriage in the future. Maybe I should marry so I can have a partner for life who will help you when you're sick and take care of you, she said during an episode of her Pillow Talk with Nene YouTube series. Nene's husband sadly passed away from colon cancer 2 years ago. Hashtag rest in peace to Greg. I was filling out the information they asked me for my emergency contact. I really got emotional, she said. It came over me out of nowhere because I was really looking at the paper like, who is it that I would want to call? Who is it that I would want somebody to call in case something happens? The real former housewife star added, maybe I should just marry whether I'm 100% happy with the person or not. Maybe I should marry so that I have a partner for life. Maybe we'll have an agreement that this person will be there for me. I will be there for them during hard times or medical times. He will see whoever he wants to see. I will see whoever I want to see. Now, I will say this for Nene Leaks. If your husband passed away from colon cancer, right? And granted, y'all, like has known Greg since they knew each other, right? In her young years. I get what she's absolutely saying. I don't think she's wanting a open marriage because she doesn't want to be committed. I think she wants a partner because she doesn't want to feel alone. And for that, I definitely receive what she's saying. We have to recognize that love and relationships have evolved. There are people who don't want to step up to the plate anymore. There are people who don't want to be committed anymore. There are people that they get in their own way with their own fear. And trust me, I am one of them. And I think what it is too is because, oh, absolutely, no doubt about it. And you know what? I think to your point, Revelation 2023, she is grieving. And she had that awakening, absolutely. And I think you don't really realize what you need until what you need to do happens. So, because honestly, like the way I've rolled for most of my life is I have woken up, went to work, come home. I did the Aux collab, weeknight 9 Central on Clubhouse. Then I started YouTube. Now it's YouTube, Clubhouse, work, home, and now a relationship. And listen, um, I will say this. One thing about relationships is that relationships are in the eyes of the beholder, um, and also how the beholder embraces that, right? And so, like, at the end of the day, I truly understand how Needy feels is that, you go your whole life having your partner and you miss them. You don't miss the marriage, but you miss them being in your life. And you get to a certain point where it's like, well, it seems like everybody out here struggling, so maybe I should just stay it myself because the dating pool is just ick. Just not right. It's just this, that, everything in between, all the way around the way, and I. But also, too, sometimes it's hard to get out your own way because you have thought the way you thought for so long, right? And so I will say that at the end of the day, whatever Nene wants, Nene deserves it. And if that's the way she wants to live her life, that's the way she wants to live her life. I think having a partner has levels to it. I think when you are in your 20s, when you're in your 20s, you are just having a good time, you're having fun, um, and you're just really just enjoying just having company. I think when you are in your 30s, you start to really find out who you are. Um, and then, by the time you're 40, then that's probably when you want to be married. And some people, they get married in their 30s, maybe 35, 36. Um, I think a lot of people don't really take the responsibility of a relationship seriously anymore. And I know I'm making a blanket statement, but it's kind of true. I mean, honestly, like now dating apps have become like entertainment now. If you really think about it, right? Like, who is serious on these apps? Are they who they say they are? I mean, hell, there's a whole show called Catfish. Um, but at the end of the day, you have to recognize for yourself that you deserve to be happy in the capacity that you want to be happy. So, but yeah, so. And also too, I think people sometimes get boggled down with the fact of, dating has to be this grandiose thing. You have to have everything together. And I honestly thought that too for a very long time. I still do technically. But also too, I think sometimes we hold ourselves back from being in relationships and saying we gotta have everything together because we don't want to be hurt. And I think regardless whether you're trying to get yourself together, whether you're pushing down your emotions or whatever, I think that we have walls up to now more than ever protect ourselves because we don't know what the outcome is going to be. So it's better to be closed off than to be open. And I feel like everybody has that type of energy in them. And it takes a certain individual to bring that out. She had so many things happen in a short period of time. Her oldest son issues, her youngest son health issues, husband ultimately demise, of loss of work. That's too much. People think a lot about. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It takes a lot. It's a lot that people won't think about. That's absolutely true. Revelation 2023. I definitely agree. And like I said, at the end of the day, I think that you know everybody's definition of love is going to be different. Everybody's definition of relationships is going to be different. But what makes you happy? And if you're about that happiness, then be about that happiness. As I'm saying it to you, I'm saying it to my damn self, okay? Because to have somebody in your corner that is genuine and wants to be there, it can be difficult to take in because you never would have thought that you would be in the space to do that, you know. And I think sometimes we put our faith sometimes a little too strongly in people because we all can make mistakes and we all will make mistakes and we all have made mistakes. But I think the beauty in someone wanting to love you is they recognize the totality of who you are. And I've been saying that for a long time that we tend to throw away people a little too easily because of a moment when you think about the totality of who that person is. So if there's a person out there in your life that wants to love you for you and love all you for you because they see the totality of who you are, I know will not be easy. It will be scary. It will be terrifying. But don't let fear block you from something good, especially when you think that it's not the way you thought it was going to be. Okay, because honestly, tell you the truth, I honestly thought I was going to have my media career, hire me a BBW, move her in, make love to her, and then have my media career. That's honestly what I thought was going to happen. Like, really, I thought I was going to be one of these single celebrities just traveling all around the world and I. But then I probably would have had a breakdown like Nene Leaks. Maybe not at the emergency. Well, I mean, maybe at the emergency contact as you think about family and friends and close loved ones and but I've often said I think I would have broke down at an industry conference when there would have been a fan, probably a brother, that would have said, you show so much love to everybody that I see, like your game shows, your talk shows, when you do speaking engagements, you show so much love to people. When is somebody going to show love to you? Or do you not allow people in because you don't know what the outcome's going to be? And for me, You never want a fan. How should I put this? You never want a fan to be right about you. You never want a fan to be right about you. But in the same token, though, you have to allow something in order for you to feel something inside you. So that's my take on relationships. I'm not a relationship coach, okay? So just far from it, far from it. Um, but yeah, y'all give y'all take on what relationships mean to y'all. If there's any topic that y'all want to talk about, if you want to come up on StreamYard with me, feel free. We are live on tour. Glad to have all of you in the building. Um, but yeah, so Lord, ain't life funny? Ain't life funny? You feel like you would do this, that, or the other, but then something amazing happens, and then it's like, oh, this could have been happiness the whole time. And sometimes we do block our own happiness. I do believe that. And trust me, I've been there before many times. I think it's a difference between I think it's a difference between us not wanting to be happy because we want to protect ourselves and not being happy because we choose not to be happy. Real talk. Um, and I try my best to see the other side, although sometimes it is hard to get to the other side, um, especially when you never experienced it. Like there's no way you can prepare for being a parent. It's like, oh, it's an actual life here that I'm responsible for. How do I go about doing this? Well, I've never done it before. How do I, be an entrepreneur? Um, how do I be an uncle? You know what I mean? So, how do I be a brother when you never had a sister before? So, Revelation 2023 says relationships are great when they're healthy. So enjoy them when you have that. No, I agree. I agree. I think sometimes we allow our unhappiness or our uneasiness to influence how we move when that shouldn't be the case at all. Um, you know what I mean? So, but like I said, y'all take everything I say for a grain of salt because I'm still learning. Okay, I just I've been raised old school. I remember some lessons along the way, and somehow it makes sense to me. But yeah, so but yes, indeed. But yeah, I'm pulling for Nene Leaks too. Like I know she did what she did with Bravo, but like y'all at the end of the sorry, let's leave that up there. I know she did what she did to Bravo, but at the end of the day, like who hasn't filed a grievance with their job before? Like really, there is not any job that makes you that happy. Okay, I would love to have a job like that. Um, and hopefully I will soon. Um, but in the same token, it is what it is. So 5 people in the building. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Glad to have you here. We're live on tour. We've been traveling virtually for 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 20 seconds. You see the thumbnail, all the topics there. I hope you guys have been enjoying the updates to the channel. I love the virtual background we have here, and just trying to elevate the platform a little bit because this show is made of topics that the world puts out there. I try to find some soul into those topics and then bring it to you and make a show out of it. Like it's not that complicated. Um, I think the most complicated thing about this show is sometimes talking about things that I have not been through and trying to give soul to it, where I'm not being judgmental but I'm also being real, and that's a difficult balance to find and level out live. So, but, four people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Five people in the building now. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're just live on tour, just chilling, just talking about many, many things. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hmm. Let's see. Oh Lord, 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 Lord. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to find more stories. Feel free to talk about what y'all want to talk about in the chat. Hmm. Hey, Ebony the Best, we gotta do it live because you've been saying to me you've been wanting to do a live with me for the longest time. So we gotta figure out something. Ebony the Best did two videos. She shared two videos of mine. The one about the return policy with Coleslaw, as y'all call her, and then the one Martell being in line for orange jumpsuit. So Ebony the Best um, definitely has been a huge supporter of the channel since I've been on. So we gotta talk. But do you have like an Instagram or something? Because like I know we've been meaning to do a live together. I've been meaning to come on your live and support you, but we gotta do something. For sure, for sure. So much love to you. Thank you for being here. Think of it this way: imagine not being able to work again after leaving your job on bad terms. Yeah, that is rough because I think um, I think really at the end of the day, with any job, you try your best to leave graciously. And let me tell you something. Any work environment can be stressful. Um, so, and with Bravo wasn't as big as it is now. You know what I mean? There was a point in time where, the housewives could call Andy directly, could call the executives directly, but because of how big the network is now, there's some barriers, there's some steps, some space between the executives and the owner talent. But yes, indeed. So, but yeah. So. And, I think bygones can be bygones because, like I said, at this point, like with Phaedra Parks doing what she did to Candy, which was completely outlined. If Phaedra could come back to Married to Medicine, Nene could come back to TV. Like real talk. Like, I mean, am I wrong in saying that or no? But hey, I think BravoCon should be coming up here soon too. And, I'm surprised that they never do coverage of BravoCon on Bravo Live, Bravo BravoCon. Yeah, November 3rd through the 5th. So it will be happening next month, y'all. BravoCon. I don't know if any of y'all are going, but it will be in Las Vegas. Um, and of course, the Bravo Awards right now, the voting is open. Um, you know what I mean? So, but then, of course, Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Potomac is coming coming back. There's some alleged rumor from somebody saying that Chris Bassett had an affair on Candace. Um, Listen, until it's actually real, until it's actually proven, let them tell it. Okay. Because I mean, rumors on YouTube, they have a funny way of not being real sometimes. Um, but yeah, just and Giselle, do not say a word, okay? Because listen, you co-conspired with your friend Roberto, Juan's roommate, to keep a story off of TV, y'all reality TV, where guess what? People wanted both of y'all gone, and you laughed out black woman having a drink thrown in her face. So you can't say a damn thing, Giselle. Shoot. They'll be lucky I ain't hosting the reunion because I will hold all y'all to the carpet easily. Would not have given two damns about it. Meanwhile, my mama would have been like, Braylon, you know they're women. Yes, I know, but guess what? If men can be wrong about the mistakes they make, that women can be wrong too. Okay, so we're not going to do that to me. Not going to do that to me. If you want to host the Bravo television version, I'll host the uncut version on Peacock. We can do that. My Lord Jesus. Yeah, I hope it's not true about Chris either, because I mean, Chris, he seemed to be a really good dude. He seemed to be like a real ride or die dude. Let's see here. Revelation 2023 says, I lost my ish while grieving at work. LL cussed out folks and everything. I'm not at that job, but I got plenty of little work sense. And listen, I think everybody's had a moment at work in some capacity. You know what I mean? There is no job that is perfect, so I can't sit when bosses say, "Oh, you this, you that." Well, guess what? If you put me around different people, you're gonna get a different reaction out of me. And sometimes it may just be you. Okay, so honestly, tell you the truth, I'll just put this to every boss that's in power. If that employee is getting along with everybody else but you, and every other person they get along with you, then maybe you might want to step back and look at your damn self. Maybe it just might be you that's the problem. Just the thought. You know, I know that saying the truth out loud can be disrespectful to other people, but we gotta get over that. Because if other people can tell the truth, but then when you tell the truth, it ain't cool. We gotta be better on that. We got to be better on that. 4 people in the building. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're just here chilling out. Glad to have all of you here in the building for Virtual Tour Live. We've been on the road for almost about now, hashtag yeah, 2 hours now, on the road, just been chilling. You see the thumbnail, you see all the topics that we have been talking about tonight. If you want to come up on stream or talk about any of those topics or anything that's on your mind, because at this point, this is the after show. So feel free to come on up. Love to hear from you. There is no judgment here on this channel. Now, people may judge you for what you say, but at the end of the day, everybody's going to say something to everybody. So just don't worry about it. You know, you know, you know. Yeah, I think that's all of the news as of right now that I can think of. I don't know if there's any. Oh, almost forgot. I gotta bring this up too. Y'all know about the Isley brothers. One of the founding members passed away. Um, mm, 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 mm. And he's from Cincinnati, Ohio, of course. I only say that because there's so many different things connected to Ohio. Just like there's so many things connected to Florida. But yes, Rudolph Isley passed away at 84 years old. This comes to us from our friends at NPR. Rudolph Isley, a founding member of the Isley Brothers, who helped perform such raw rhythm and blues classics such as Shout, Twist and Shout, and the funky hits That Lady, It's Your Thing, has passed away at 84 years old. There are no words to express my feelings and the love I have for my brother. I failed to miss him, but I know he's in a better place. Ron Eyes, he said a statement released Thursday by Eyes and publicist. Further details were not immediately available. A Cincinnati native Rudolph Isley began singing in church with his brothers Ronald and O. Kelly, another sibling. Vernon passed away at 13, at age 13. Oh, Lord. When he was still in his teens, they broke through in the late 1950s with Shout, a secular gospel rave that was immortalized during the Toga Party scene in Animal House. The Isleys scored again early in the 1960s with equally spirited Twist and Shout, which the Beatles liked so much they used it as the closing song of their debut album and opened with it for their famed 1965 concert at Shea Stadium. Isley's old other hits included "This Old Heart of Mine Is Weak for You," later covered by Rod Stewart, the Grammy Award winning "It's Your Thing, Do What You Wanna Do." In the 1970s, the young after younger brother Ernest and Marvin joined the group, they even had greater success with such singles that "Lady," "Who's That Lady, Sexy Lady," "Fight the Power" Part One, and such million selling album as the Heat Goes On, just like I told Everlasting, and Go for Your Guns. Rudolph Isley left the group in 1989, 2 years after the sudden passing of O'Kelly Isley, to become a Christian minister. He was among the Isleys inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1992. I want to mention that because I know some of you drifting on a memory. No place I'd rather be with you. I love you. Yes, a classic song there as well. I'm wanting to bring that story up because I know that some of y'all are big fans of the Isley Brothers. I'm a fan of the Isley Brothers too. Growing up old school, I definitely um, grew up with their music, and you know, and I'm living for the love of you. Oh, yes, I am, and I'm living for the love of you. So, yeah, and then of course y'all know the most legendary, um, verses ever was, the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire with Steve Harvey hosting, and not everybody likes Steve Harvey hosting. This is baby making music. Everybody said, "Shut up, Steve." But yeah, so my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. 4 people in the building. Thank you all so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Just kind of chilling out. Just talked about Rudolph Isley passing away at 84 years old. What a life to have lived, 84 years old. So I bet you Rudolph Isley is up there with Prince right now, um, and Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson. They are having a marvelous time, a marvelous concert up there. I know my big mama's up there having a good time with them as well. So, yes, um, 4 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Hmm. Lord. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Did y'all know this? I'm about to show y'all something. Something I did not know. Um, let's talk about it and see. I'm. Let's talk about it. This comes to us from the rap. Um, Ken, Ken John, daytime talk show in development. The Masked Singer judge was reportedly taping a test show Friday. Actor comedian Kim Jong, who was in The Hangover and who had Dr. Ken as a sitcom. He was actually a real doctor before becoming an actor. So, who is currently a judge on Fox's The Masked Singer, is developing a talk show for I Tour 2024 launch, according to media reports on Friday. Let's see, he taped a tech show in New York on Friday. Deadline reported that's not a strike violation, and talk show hosts are under a different contract and no longer with a Writers Guild red flag as it was for Cooper and Bill Maher, as writers have gone back to work after successfully negotiating a new contract with the Alliance of Motion Picture Television Producers. Jim Bierman of Kids in the Hall will serve as showrunner, writer, and director. Oh my God! So showrunner usually handles everything, and then there's writer, and director. But he's going to be doing all three. Oh my lord! He will also executive produce alongside John for Deborah Mercury, the company behind the Wendy Williams show, and the Nick Cannon show, and the Sherri Shepherd show as well. That's also produced by Deborah Mercury. Prior to joining the Masked Singer, John starred in the ABC sitcom Dr. Ken, like I told you guys. He also played Ben Chang on NBC's Community, a huge show, and then Fang in the Apple TV series, The After Party, which just got canceled after 2 seasons. I just saw that article here as well. John's film credit playing Leslie Chow, the Hangover film, as well as Charlie Days in Paradise and the animated films Over the Moon and Scoob. Before turning to acting, he was a practicing doctor. He had small roles in Knocked Up and Role Models, but his breakout, was the first Hangover movie in 2009. In 2019, his first stand-up comedy special, Ken Jong, You Make Me Ho, was released on Netflix. So John's John's fellow judges on the Masked Singer were season 9 with Robin Thicke, Gene McCarthy, Mitchell, Nicole Scherzinger. That's been the panel for a long time now. In April 2022, he made headlines walking off the set of the Fox singing competition when the Masked performer was revealed to be former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Giuliani began singing his swan song at a short reprise or reprise of Bad to the Bone. John could be saying, I'm done, calmly walking off the stage. The move drew both praise and criticism, with one Twitter user posting at the time. Basically, Ken Jeong has higher standards um, than much of the U.S. political and legal system. Yeah, and listen, the criticism was like, that's your job, it doesn't matter. But, at the same time, like, people have the right to be able to feel the way that they feel. I'll never forget the R. Kelly collaboration with Ron, and Ron had with his old group, him. Um, what you doing? Hanging around. Da 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 da. Let me tell you something. The Isley brothers knew how to do a music video too. We're gonna put some respect on that too. Oh my lord. What do y'all think about Ken Jong hosting a daytime talk show? Like, I don't know how to feel. The deal was packaged by IAG. Um, and it says here, this is from Deadline. It says that let me see if I can share to this tab instead. Okay. So, excuse me. Um, and this came out just an hour ago, y'all. So this is breaking news, actually. Sorry. Let me see. Go back. Yeah. So this came out 4:45. But it says he has become the latest high-profile star to move into daytime, despite the number of syndicated shows becoming smaller and smaller each year. Yeah, because y'all are putting people who have never done daytime TV on as a host when hosting is a skill set. Meanwhile, there are people like me, Empire, DJ Richie Sky, House of Aaron, Justin Diego, Bingeworthy, The Silva, Tea Talk with Your Girl, Twin Tay Talk, Brown Skin Girl, Drop the Mic, um, Lovely T, and so many others. Daytime Tea Time, how could I forget Diana Rose? Um, who else? Chit Chat with QT. There's so many people that can do a daytime talk show, but y'all just split anybody that y'all want to. Okay, I guess anything to get a check. He joins Alexa Drewberry for Jennifer Hudson and will become one of the female hosts in daytime after the likes of Dr. Phil Moore and Dr. Oz. And then also Steve Harvey, too. He had a talk show as well. Ken is one of a handful of people in the world who has what it takes to succeed as a talk show host, and we're excited to be in business with him. Audiences connect with Ken on many levels, not only because he's so talented and entertaining and unapologetically hilarious, but there's sense that he is a sincere, compassionate, fearless and friendly, just genuinely nice. All the ingredients that make long-term success as a talk show host. Denver Mercury co-president Marcus and Ira Bernstein. He is also a talent capable of conquering any day periods with his mix of comedy and Hollywood friends and ability to bring viewers. We will see. We will see because I remember talking about you know um, talking about Jennifer Hudson and who asked Ken Jong is definitely known. I don't think he's known to everybody, but he's definitely in Hollywood. Listen, I remember, saying, why is Jennifer Hudson having a daytime talk show? Um, but hey, she's held her own so far. She's doing decent. And, Kelly Clarkson is now on the East Coast. She'll be coming back Monday, actually. She'll be coming back Monday for a brand new season of the Kelly Clarkson Show from 30 Rock. So we shall see what will happen with that. But that's the thing. It's like, I would not have expected him. Now, Taraji P. Henson, sure, I can see Taraji P. Henson hosting a daytime talk show because she did have a daytime talk show or a talk show called Peace of Mind with Taraji P. Henson. I thought that would be good, a good talk show franchise of like, hey, welcome to Peace of Mind, Taraji P. Henson. We're going to have a peace of mind about your finances, a peace of mind about your relationships, a peace of mind about parenting. Like, that would have been a good talk show for Taraji P. Henson to do. But then again, I don't know if Taraji P. Henson wants to do a daytime talk show. I don't know. Uh, but yeah. So, like I said, y'all, it's a lot going on. It won't work if he's not entertained. I know that. But facts, absolutely. See, this is the thing about talk shows, right? A talk show is only as successful as the host. Um, and you have to be about entertaining your audience while also giving something your audience can relate to. Um, and listen, at the end of the day, talk shows are huge money makers if you can do it right. But the thing is, doing a talk show is not as easy as people think it is. Um, okay, you don't like the Jennifer Hudson show. No, I'm curious. Tell me why. Because here's the thing, right? Like Sherri Shepherd, she's done daytime TV, and this was the thing. I was talking about this on Clubhouse with some people, and they hounded me for me saying, why does Jennifer Hudson have a talk show? And they were saying like, oh, you don't want J Hud to rise, or why can't a black woman do it? It's like it doesn't have anything to do with the ratio, but usually you will have some form of talk show experience, right? And so, like Jerry O'Connell, right? He did some guest appearances from Wendy Williams, and he landed on the talk, right? So he has experience there. Ryan Seacrest did his own talk show called On Air with Ryan Seacrest during the pinnacle days of American Idol, and he did live. Oprah Winfrey had a show called People Are Talking. They syndicated that to the Oprah Winfrey show. So, like, usually there's some talk show experience. But with J Hud, I never really knew she had aspirations to do a talk show. Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding? Taraji P. Henson, like, first of all, we know her for her great acting, right? Not to mention too, with her mental health foundation that she is so deep in. Imagine having a celebrity on your TV 5 days a week that knows everybody in Hollywood, that has a love for people, and also she could have hard conversations on daytime TV that seem genuine. Like I feel, I like. I'm not saying that Braylon Lee needs to be in every boardroom in Hollywood, but sometimes Braylon needs to be in the room and be like, "Are y'all okay? Who took too strong of a blow of hookah? Who took a too strong of a drink of some Pinot Noir? Who did something out the way for y'all to just choose anybody to do a talk show? Like doing a talk show takes a real skill set. Okay, it's not just something that you just wake up and do. Okay, you gotta have a personality to do a talk show. Um, but hey, listen, I do wish him well. And of course, with everything going with the strike right now, um, she's born in the strike. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I did not say it. Okay, I did not say it. Um, I just, I don't know. Like now, Fantasia Barrino got a talk show that would make more sense because she has a talk show personality because at Fantasia's concerts she kicks off her shoes. So I feel like Fantasia would kick off her shoes on her talk show set. It really would be that down to earth talk show. I just And not to mention too, I was not the only person who said, "Why in the world does Jennifer Hudson have a talk show?" There were a lot of people that said, "Why does Jennifer Hudson have a talk show?" Okay, so I was not the only one. Just want to make that clear. And we gotta be able to have opinions without saying we're trying to drag somebody. Sometimes an opinion is just an opinion. But what my friends often say, they're like, "Well, Brandon, what if you go on the show?" I'm like, okay, well, if I go on the Jim Hutchins show, I will let her know, hey, look, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't know why you got a daytime talk show, but from what I've seen, you've been able to carry it very well. And here's the thing, too, right? There is a difference between having an opinion based on information and also coming to your own conclusion. And there's a difference between just being an actual social cell phone, right? So you just gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful. So like if I went on her talk show, I would not disrespect her on her own show. That no, I wasn't raised to do that. But I would let her know, like, hey, I'm listen, you holding your own because a lot of people were surprised. Real talk. Um, so I wish the Queen Latifah show was still on TV. Actually, let me see if I can find a promo now. I should be able to do this because the Queen Latifah show is no longer on the air, sadly. But let me see if I can find a Queen Latifah show promo. Queen Latifah talk show. Let me see. I'm gonna go to videos. I'm gonna go to oldest. Okay, hang on. Give me a moment here, y'all. And we're going to go through some of these promos, and I better not get copy struck because this show's not even on the air anymore. But I just want y'all to see the energy of what I'm seeing, okay? Because this show, after the promos, I'm going to show y'all why I say that this show should still be on TV, okay? All right, here we go.
On September 16th, join Queen Latifah.
Welcome to the Queen Latifah Show.
Cue the laughter.
That was the highlight of my year.
Cue the heart.
We all need a little inspiration, right?
Cue the fun.
I think I can pull it off, right, ladies?
The Queen Latifah Show premieres September 16th.
This is exciting.
I know.
Like, I love the fact of how they use how they used her light to, start the process of you getting to know her in a human way. So like you see cue the fun. It is just, let me see. I think this is the same one.
Queen Latifah is coming to daytime.
Hey, it's Queen Latifah. And this fall on my new talk show, we get to be together every day. It's going to be amazing.
Cue the music.
It's about laughing, being together, having a good time. Woo-hoo!
Cue the heart.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your lives. That was unbelievable.
Cue the fun.
You're going to meet some amazing people whose stories will definitely inspire you. We're going to have some fun. Latifah style.
The Queen Latifah Show.
I don't think y'all really it was such a hit, and it. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all just a few more promos here. So this is the set of the Queen Latifah Show.
Yo, I cannot believe these shorts from Fabletics are 2 for $24. Look at the shorts I used to wear to the.
Watch the set lap of this. This is amazing. So that set there, that was designed by the Lenny Kravitz. For those of you who do not know, that was designed by the Lenny Kravitz. Keke Palmer had a talk show called Just Keke that she was the youngest talk show host in talk show history. So yeah, and she was on GMA3 with Michael Strahan and Sarah Haynes. Just a couple of more, y'all, because I really want y'all to know.
Welcome to the Queen Latifah Show.
We love the show. She's loving, sweet, exciting. There's something for everyone. She brings out such a different side of celebrities. The music was great. The guests were great. It was I could not stop laughing. It's like a party. She made us feel like we were in her living room. This is my new favorite talk show. You have got to watch it.
The Queen Latifah Show premieres September 16th.
And here's the thing too, I got in touch with one of them and they said if I was ever out in LA to come by the set. Unfortunately, that just never really happened with me, sadly. And then this is the behind the scenes part of it. Let me show you something. Shout out to Royal Caribbean, by the way. Amazing cruise line there. Let me show you something. Day at Coco Cay, by the way.
All right, folks, thank you for your patience. We're going to start. It's time to show lots of energy for us. In 9, 8, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4. Big applause for
Let me tell you something. If I move out to LA, that's my set. Okay, like all I need is a bedroom and a bathroom. That's all I need. Like, and let me tell you, the reason why I love this show so much is because she did daytime TV with so much soul. She brought on everyday people that you really did not know about. And she was game for anything. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that this channel is still here, so that way, we can all see um, just greatness. Like this show was more than great, and it should still be on TV to this day. It really, really should. And I'm sad that I just didn't get the time of day. Like I just, it is what it is. Just, oh Lord. Okay. Sorry, I just got a little emotional, man. Like that's a talk show. For everybody who's saying, Jennifer Hudson should have a talk show. No, that's a talk show. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that to me. But anyway, Lord help, Lord help me. But yeah, I think that's all the topics. I'm thinking. So, y'all, it looks like it's just me and Revelation. So I think it's time to close it on out. I'm going to wrap it up at 2 hours and 30 minutes. A huge tour for you tonight. Like I said, tomorrow will be Love and Marriage Huntsville, the after show at 9/8 Central. I just got to go in the studio and get some things together there. And yeah, so I will be seeing y'all tomorrow night. But before that, it is time for the Daily Motivator. Yes, indeed. Love doing the Daily Motivator for y'all. And I do the Daily Motivator for many different reasons. For one, I do it because, I know you had a long day. I know you're tired. I know the world has gotten to you where you want to go off on the world, but you couldn't because you got to try to make $1.15 tomorrow. And we got bigger responsibilities to deal with than to just get our lit back. So trust me, I do that for that. But number two, I think after spending 2 hours and 30 minutes with me, you deserve to breathe in some joy. And above all else, I just want to leave you something good, man. Like the world today is just, it's a lot. So if I can add something good to your world, then that's what I'm supposed to do. For Friday the 13th, if you hear a voice within you say you can't paint, then by all means paint. Then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. Ooh, I like that. Let me see. Share the Daily Motivator here with all of you. Let's see here. And honestly, I think what this means is if you hear a voice within you say you can't paint, then paint. Then by all means paint, that voice will be silenced. That basically means whatever fear is telling you, throw something different to the wall and it will be silenced because that thing will not have any more power over you. So for Friday, October 13th, from greatday.com, the power of transformation. Ooh, I'm going to click that. Sorry there. The power of transformation. Even when the world feels like it's falling apart, you can marvel at its beauty and wonder. Even when chaos and tumult are all around, you can carry peace in your heart. From all that potential for peace and beauty come hope and positive possibility. Again and again, such hope arises to do its magnificent work. In the midst of utter confusion and disarray, you can construct a small sanctuary of order. By little, you can build upon that order to create reliable structure, meaning, and opportunity. Even the most fertile situation, you are capable of acting with grace, integrity, love, and joy. It's an astonishing power you can exercise every day. When you do, it makes a difference for you, for those around you, for your world. Nothing is more fulfilling. Whatever the time, power of transformation. Every time you make good of it, you add your own special richness to life. Ralph Morrison. I love that Daily Motivator because, for one, when it comes to the power of transformation, Power will remain dormant and power will remain active based on how you invest. I think we got to recognize that the power we have is always within inside us. Number two, in the midst of confusion and disarray, you can construct a small sanctuary of order. And I think that we don't do that enough. I think when destruction is happening, we think, "Oh, okay, this is destruction," or like that GIF, or GIF. Everything is fine. You know, the dog with the fire, with the cup, with the coffee cup, and fire's burning around him. Everything is fine. You gotta recognize that in that there is a sanctuary somewhere. You just have to find it. And finally, at the end of the day, you are here still to this day because even though it may have been a hard day today, guess what? There's a lot of people that think if you make it to a today, you understand? So with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube, if I do say so myself. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special because you were always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself, it's another to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we will rise up to be great together. Always remember what you're doing: radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just recognizing that. Listen, appreciate the people in your life and let the past and let people who have passed, Jada, let them stay past. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I want Jada to have love, but good damn, in order to have love, you gotta love people who are alive. Make sure the replay, no problem, Revelation 2023. Love you so much. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you. I'll see you real soon. Don't forget tomorrow night, 9/8 Central for the Love and Marriage Huntsville after show. Don't know about the after show for Ready to Love. Make a move, but if you do see me, I will post it on my community tab. Love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. See you tomorrow night, 9/8 Central, only on YouTube. Bye, everybody.